Hi, everyone, and welcome to Leaf Rants. Leafs win 6-3 against the Pittsburgh Penguins and break their 3-game losing streak. Took a lot of help from the Stars. Not the Dallas Stars, the Stars on the team. William Nylander tonight had 4 points, 2 goals, 2 assists. He played amazing. Next closest on the team, Max Domi with 2, goal and an assist. He played good. But what I really want to point out is Austin Matthews getting the most amount of ice time tonight out of any Leafs forward, out of any forward in the game, because his 4th straight game without having a point. That hasn't happened since 2018 of October. That's a streak of over 8 years where Austin Matthews hasn't gone more than 4 straight games without a point. What I believe this could be part of is his time on ice facing elite competition, so his matchups. In 2021-22, when he had 60 goals, he was 30%. 30% of his ice time was against elite competition. 2022-23, 31%. About the same. 23-24, he took on a lot more workload. At 40%, he scored a 69-goal season then. Last year, he was at 48%, and this year he's at 46%. Just for reference, last year, McDavid was at 34%, and Nathan MacKinnon was at 35%. Even Alexander Barkov, who is known as a very defensive two-way center, was only at 42. Matthews was at 48. Part of the problem here is the fact that Craig Berube is using Austin Matthews like he's David Kampf when you have Scott Laughton and Nick Waugh to take on those responsibilities. But him just being pointless in a night like tonight when he got all new line mates is insane to me. The Leafs switch up their lines completely. Also, Max Domi gets the belt tonight with Matthews and Laughton hugging him. Man, when was the last time you've seen that? Haven't seen a belt pick in a hot minute. But the lineup going in tonight, Max Domi comes in again for Easton Cowan. He gets another game to sit and watch. With McMahon on the left of Matthews. So it's McMahon, Matthews, Domi. Don't mind that. Matthew Nyes has only combined on 1 primary assist on an Austin Matthews goal. And it was the one against the Nashville Predators where Matthews passed it to him and Nyes passed it right back on the other side and they scored, which is crazy to me. I can't believe that. Matthew Nyes has been one of the, earlier on in the season, he was in the top 5v5 points. If anyone, that's definitely gone away, but that's crazy to think that he has 1 primary assist on a Matthews goal. Second line is Michelli, Tavares, Nylander. Man, Matias Michelli has revived that second line and has added life to William Nylander again. Nylander hasn't smiled since I don't know how long, and they finally smiled tonight when the Leafs were up like 5-3. Then the third line is Nyes, Waugh, Robertson, and I thought they withstained a lot of offensive zone pressure. Matthew Nyes tonight, only 12 minutes and 7 seconds of ice time. He played less than Dakota Joshua, Steven Lorentz, Michelli, Domi. Only Robertson played less than him. Not looking like a guy worth $7 million right about now. But he is. I believe in him. Jake McCabe also, I just realized this, 24 minutes and 26 seconds worth of ice time. He was a +5 tonight. Morgan Riley, 22 minutes and 36 seconds, -1. The pairing tonight were Riley Myers, McCabe Stetcher, and Ekman Larson Tanev. Tanev came back, but pairings got switched immediately to Riley Stetcher, McCabe, Tanev, L. Myers. And you know what? I liked L. Myers a lot more. I've looked a little off at times, but I thought him coming back stabilized the decor a lot. And then Wall starting in net, just always solid with Waller. So, let's talk about this game. First period, Pittsburgh scores, but it's called off. Joseph Woll had it in his glove that got pushed in. No goal. Then William Nylander opens the scoring for real on a breakaway, putting some style in it. First goal in 11 games. William Nylander, he needed that. On the kids' Gen night, he needed it. I'm surprised they stopped Raquel 6-7 from scoring. That's crazy. That would have made the kids go wild. But then 44 seconds after that Nylander goal, you don't even get time to enjoy it. Rust, knocking off the rust on Chris Tanev, skates right by him and ties it up with the exact same move pretty much. Nice goal, 1-1. Tanev hasn't played since November 1st. Let's give him a break. That's 2 months ago pretty much. So I'm not going to complain about that. Then Michelli, he passes it to the front of the net, second line with some offensive zone pressure. Again, passes it to the front of the net looking for Willie. Goes off of a Pittsburgh defender for an own goal 2-1. First and 11 for Michelli as well. Well, not as important as Nylander. Michelli was scratched forever. Yet again, Chris Tanev, talking about him coming back, not playing for 2 months. He makes a horrible no-look pass while on the boards in the center of the ice in the defensive zone. And Joseph Wall tested at the end. Whew. Yeah, he make a big stop there. Round of the period, Bobby McMahon tackles Chris Letang and is just messing with him at the end of the period there for no reason at all. Got a little bit of anger out of them. It's nice to see someone cares. And that's it for the first. The Leafs go into it up 2-1. Could have been 2-2, but you can't do that. Into the second. Michelli with a wide open chance in front of the net. Somehow can't tap it in. He was all alone over there. Then Rants. Erik Karlsson is in the Leaf zone on the right side of the ice. Steven Lorentz pokes it away, and he was in so alone that he had time not to take just the one and pick up a rebound, but 3 shots on that breakaway attempt. He had the time to take 3 shots. That's how bad you got beat. That's crazy. Steven Lorentz makes it 3-1, and it just looks free for the Leafs. Until Stetcher turns it over in the Leaf zone, and McGroarty makes it 3-2. And then he had a lot of sustained pressure, McGroarty. He looked like he was going to tie it up in that second. He was all over the Leafs. But it's okay. Leafs go to the second intermission, up 3-2, on home ice. The game before Christmas. It's Christmas Eve. All you have to do is win it. They come out in the third period. Karlsson trips Tavares, and the Leafs get their first power play post-Savard and first of this game. They go back to Matthews, Nylander, Tavares, Riley, and Michelli, and that lasts about 31 seconds before Michelli gets a high-sticking call. And then Nylander gets a breakaway, draws a call. I don't know how it wasn't a penalty shot. He was wide open on the breakaway, and when you get a penalty with someone who's on a breakaway, that's a penalty shot. He didn't get a penalty shot. The Leafs got a 4-on-3. And can't get anything on it. 4-on-3 looked horrible. Goes to 4-on-4, and Max Domi's on the ice. Picks it up in the defensive zone. Walks in, fancy hands, and shoots it. Max Domi, that is what we need from you. It's 4-3 because the Penguins tied it up earlier in the period. Anthony Manta, 1 minute into the third. Max Domi regains the lead, 11:35 into it. Then, empty net. Max Domi gets it to Bobby McMahon of that Matthews line, and it's empty net goal, 5-3. Then Nyes gets it to Tavares, who so unselfishly gets it over to William Nylander for the empty net goal, and it's 6-3, and the Leafs win. So the takeaways tonight: Tanev returns. He's rusty, but he stabilized that decor. Curious new lines. They're trying new things. They realize Nyes might not be working right now. Try something else there. That's what they did. They blew the lead, but they carried the majority of the play, and they were genuinely the better team tonight. Lander, he's dashing and dancing, 4-point night. Should have got a penalty shot there. Domi rewards Berube with a game-winning goal, a dazzling one. Imagine if Max Domi came out and played horrible again, and it's like, why did you scratch Cowan? There's no reason to, but he did. Big win. Get back on track. Enjoy Christmas with your families. Don't think about these crappy Leafs for a little bit. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please click like. If you really liked it, click subscribe. Merry Christmas. I hope to see you after the break. The Leafs need to be better. No exceptions.